Let's begin on all fours for some cat and cow. Go ahead and inhale, look up for cow, exhale, round the back for cat. We're going to do this 4 times. Inhale, look up for cow, and exhale, round the back for cow. Nice little stretch for the back here. Let's waken things up for this core practice today. Just giving yourself some time here to come in tune with your breath, in tune with your body. Each inhale, each exhale, loosening up a little bit more as we begin our practice today. Great, now let's come into neutral spine here and extend out your left leg and right arm. We're gonna come into bird dog pose and we're gonna crunch it in here. As you can see in my demonstration, we're gonna do that on 4 times each side, keeping the core strong. And as you crunch it in, I want you to make a sound. So in, extend, in, extend, 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 making sure you're strong in that core. You can feel that crunch as you work those abdominal muscles. Extend, extend, extend. You should feel the crunch every time you come in. And hold, bring it down, and we're gonna do the other side, same thing. So go ahead and extend the other arm and the other leg, and we'll get ready to come into bird dog. Crunch on the other side. As you come in, make that noise with your breath and really feel that crunch. Make sure the core is engaged and you feel those abdominal muscles working. Extend, 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 and extend. Keep going and bring it down. Great job. And we'll come back into child's pose here. Give those abdominals just a little bit of a break. Stretch it out and just focus on the breath. Come back to your breath. Did build a little bit of fire in that last practice. Enjoying that little break before we go right into our next exercise. So I'll have you guys go ahead and come up and meet me in plank. We're gonna do high plank, hold for 30 seconds. If you need to modify, you're on your knees. If you're up with me, we're holding for 30 seconds. Now you should really feel your abdominals working in this plank. I want you to stay strong, and when it gets hard, come back to your breath. Always come back to your breath. In through the nose and out through the mouth. You can do this, it's only 30 seconds. Building a strong core, toting those abdominals. Great job, guys. Go ahead and take it back into child's pose. Just take a little rest here. You made it through the 30-second plank hold. It's not going to be the end of them for this practice, but just catch your breath, take a little stretch, and we're going to go right back into it. So we're going to come up and go into camel pose. I'm going to show you 2 variations. First variation, I want you to keep your hands on the small of your back. Second variation, we're gonna reach all the way down to the tops of our heels. So how I want you to get into camel is with your knees at the front of the mat, ensure they are hip width apart in a kneeling position, and tops of your feet are pressed into the mat. We're gonna place our fingertips at the spine's base, look up and back, slowly leaning backward. If you're coming all the way down, we're reaching for our heels. And to exit the pose, we're going to carefully come out of it and then go back into child's pose. Just to counteract that stretch, it's really good for the abdominals. Just to counterbalance all the work we've been doing for them, give them a nice stretch forward. And I want you guys to meet me in downward facing dog. As it is our first down dog of the practice, I want you guys to walk it out, bending one knee and then straightening it back out. Just nice little stretch for the hamstrings, waking everything up here. Before we go into our next move, we will be doing a little flow here, but I want to make sure we're nice and stretched out first. So from downward facing dog, go ahead and raise your left leg up to the sky for one-legged down dog. Breathe, and then exhale. I want you to bring that leg forward for low lunge. Make sure you're grounded, adjust if you need to. Strong in the legs, strong in the core. Go ahead and look forward from low lunge, and we are going to raise it up. Inhale, warrior one. Just breathe, we're here for one breath. On the exhale, I want you to turn for warrior two. Your gaze is facing over your front palm, legs are strong. And we'll be here for one breath. Now on our next inhale, we're gonna come into warrior three. So I want you to strongly hold the weight in that front leg, and we're gonna bring it forward. Now if you can't hold warrior three, don't worry about it. Just try your best here. And we'll be back into warrior two on the exhale. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, come down to low lunge. Inhale, bring that left leg up for one-legged down dog, and exhale, bring it down, downward facing dog. Great job, you guys. We are going to do that on the other side now. So go ahead and raise the right leg. Exhale, low lunge. Look forward. Inhale, warrior one. Bring it on up. One breath here. Exhale, warrior two. Gaze is facing forward over that front palm. Strong in the legs. Front knee is bent, back leg straight. And make sure you're strong in that core and those legs as we come into warrior three on the other side. Weight is in the front leg as we bring the back leg back. We are keeping the core strong, the front leg strong. If you're a little wobbly, it's okay. And breathe. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, warrior one. And on the exhale, bring it down to low lunge. That right leg comes back for one-legged down dog. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Not wasting any time here, I want you to hop or step to the front of your mat. We're gonna inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Come and do another flow here. Inhale, come all the way up, big inhale. Exhale, warrior one. And we're gonna exhale back into warrior two, gazes over the front arm. This stimulates abdominal organs. These are really great for core yoga practice. We're gonna come down to extended side angle here. You're welcome to keep the palms at the heart center, or if you can, touch the floor and look up. Come back up to warrior two. Inhale, warrior one, and we're gonna bring it forward. Big inhale up, exhale back down. We're gonna take that flow a couple more times. So inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way back up, and exhale into warrior one. Keeping the shoulders relaxed in this pose, core strong, and just breathe. Exhale, warrior two. Sure that front knee is strong, bent. You're in alignment here. Gaze out over the front arm, and we'll bend it down, hands to heart center or extended side angle. Gaze is up at the palm, others touching the floor. Come back to warrior two. Exhale, warrior one. Bring it up for a big inhale and all the way back down, forward fold. And we're gonna repeat this flow a couple more times. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale, warrior one. And we're gonna go right into warrior two. Bring it down on that inhale, extended side angle. Gaze up at the hand or at heart center, the palms. And just breathe here for one breath. On your next exhale, we're gonna bring it back up, warrior two. Warrior one. And big inhale up and bring it back down for forward fold. We're gonna repeat this flow one last time. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Big inhale all the way back up and back into warrior one. Strong in the legs, strong in the core. Exhale, warrior two. Bring it down to extended side angle, whichever variation you're doing. You're welcome to take a bind here if you're feeling particularly fancy, or just hold the extended side angle. And breathe, bring it back up. Exhale to warrior two. Inhale, warrior one. Step it forward, big inhale up. And exhale down, forward fold. And we'll just breathe here for a moment before we come back up. Forward fold and all the way inhale up. Strong mountain pose before we come into a balancing series here. So what we're going to do is take tree pose, and I'm going to show you 3 variations. First variation, the foot is down on the shin. Second variation is up above the knee. Or third, you can tuck your foot into the groin. And we're just going to hold this balancing pose. Hands at the heart center. And I want you to just breathe here in Vrksasana or tree pose. Just focus on the breath. Strengthening the legs and the core while opening the hips or stretching the inner thigh and groin. You're welcome to raise the palms up if you feel comfortable, or you may close your eyes here or just gaze out at a point in front of you, wherever you feel comfortable and you won't lose your balance, because we are working on building better balance here, which is good for a number of reasons, especially when it comes to core yoga practice. So it's our foundation, really helps our balance, keeping a strong core. We're gonna go right into Nirhasana, or dancer's pose from tree pose. So just go ahead and watch my demonstration here, then join me. This is really great for the hip flexors and the psoas muscles, and also helps improve our balance and core strength as well. We're here for just a moment, and then we're gonna go ahead and go right into tree pose on the other side. So go ahead and take one of the 3 variations you took in the previous tree pose, and we're just gonna hold here and just focusing on our breath, improving our balance, being present, keeping hands at the heart center, or if you feel comfortable and you can maintain your balance above the head, gaze either out in front of you or eyes closed. Know that you're building strength here. If you're shaky or wobbly or even fall out of it, it's okay. It's totally normal. It's all about improvement. And we're gonna go right into that dancer's pose on the other side. So strong in the core and the other leg, and big stretch. Keep the gaze focused out in front of you. It's normal to be wobbly as we test our balance. And bring it back in. Great job, guys. Hands in prayer as we big inhale in, dive it down, exhale, forward fold, jump or hop back into plank. Slowly lower it down as we come into Bhujangasana or Cobra Pose. Go ahead and press your thighs and tops of your feet into the mat, and bring your hands underneath the shoulder blades. Begin to lift the upper body, lengthening through the neck. Should be no stiffness or pain in this pose. Use the lower back muscles to lift higher and look slightly forward and up. And just breathe here. We're gonna hold Cobra for just a couple of breaths. It's a nice stretch for the back, helps with those core that we've been working on. And bring it slowly down and back into child's pose. It's for a nice little stretch here for the low back. No, we've been working it a lot. And come right back into it before we go into our next core exercise. Breathe, downward facing dog. Exhale, come forward and down into forearm plank. We're gonna do another 30-second hold here, forearm plank. You guys can do this. It's just 30 seconds. You got this. Just breathe. Focus on the breath when it gets hard. Maintain a strong core. Just think about building that 6-pack. If you need to come out of it, you can. but get right back into it. I want you guys to hold this. It's only 30 seconds. You got it. It's normal to be shaky. Mind's gonna wander. You're gonna want to quit. Just come right back to that breath. Come on, we got about 10 more seconds here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring it down onto the tummy. Take a breather. You made it through that 30 seconds. I know it wasn't easy, but if you want it, you got to work for it, guys. Meet me back into downward facing dog, and we'll just take a quick breath here before we move into our next core exercise. We just have a couple more to go, and you have just about made it through the practice. Go ahead and come forward into plank. Gaze forward and meet me on our knees. We're gonna do a side plank crunch here. So we're gonna do 10 times each side, crunching it in for those obliques, just like this. On our knee, crunching it in, and extend, in, extend. Should really feel those obliques working in this pose. Come on, guys, you can do this. Doing great. In and extend, in and extend, hold. Great job. Bring it down to the knees. We'll take just a little cat and cow here before we move right into the next side. Same thing, oblique crunch on the other side. We're not wasting any time, right into it on the other side. Side plank, oblique crunch. Go ahead and extend, crunch it in. We're doing this 10 times. 9, and extend. 8, extend, crunch it in. 7, extend. 6, you guys got this. You should feel it. 5, extend. 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Great job. Go ahead and bring it down to all fours. Let's take just a little wrist stretch here. Know those wrists are feeling it for sure. And we're gonna repeat it 2 more times on each side, 10 times, so a total 20 reps, 10 reps each side. Go ahead, forearm plank, crunch it in 10 more times, guys. This is our last core exercise of this practice, so go ahead and make it a good one. Really crunch it in, feel those obliques working. Stay strong. Even when you want to quit, come back to the breath. You got this. Build in that 6-pack. Extend and hold. Go ahead and bring it down to all fours. Quick cat and cow, stretch it out. It's really good on the neck, around the back, and we're gonna jump right back into the other side. This is our last core practice. Let's keep it strong. Extend and crunch it in 10 more times. Crunch, extend. 8, extend. 7, 6, 5, extend the arm, leg. 4, really feel that crunch in. 1, no, extend. All right, great job. Take it back for child's pose. You guys deserved it. Go ahead and take a little stretch in those forearms and those wrists before we come back up for the rest of our practice. Great job, guys. You made it through the core exercises. We're going to finish the rest of our practice on our backs for some recovery. You guys made it this far. Great job. Let's go ahead and lay down on your backs, knees up, and we're going to bring it up into bridge pose. Just a nice stretch for that lower back. Lifting the pelvis, pressing into the heels. Should feel great. Nice little stretch for that back. Loosening things up. And just breathe. Slowly lower it down. Inhale, knees to chest. Hug it in. Feels great. Right, so our last asana of the practice, we are going to do plow pose. Now I'm going to show you the first variation. If you're not comfortable in plow, I want you to just hold here in Supta Baddha Konasana or just butterfly pose, relaxed on the floor. If you do want to come into plow pose, go ahead and follow me. So we're going to keep our head, neck, and shoulders on the mat. Raise our legs, go ahead and lift up. Hands come to the small of the back, and we're going to straighten our legs as much as possible. If you're able to bring them all the way down to the floor, you may do so, but the key here is to keep the legs straight, and you should not feel any pain whatsoever in this pose. If you are feeling any pain, any tightness, I want you to go ahead and come out. Otherwise, we're just going to be holding plow pose here and focus on keeping the legs straight and feet as close to the floor as possible. Go ahead and exhale to come out, roll up and take a nice chest stretch here. And we'll meet down in Savasana, our final pose. If you're in Supta Baddha Konasana, just go ahead and extend the legs out, palms facing up as we take our Savasana here. And just breathe. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. This is your time in Savasana. You made it through your practice. Be proud of what you've done today for meeting me here on the mat. Thank yourself for allowing the time to practice. Being present, coming back to that breath. You're welcome to stay in Savasana as long as you would like to, but if you're going to end the practice here with me, go ahead and start by wiggling the fingers and toes, and we'll come up into sitting position. If you're staying in Savasana, you can keep lying on your back. If you're finishing with me, let's go ahead and take another deep inhale in through the nose. And exhale out the mouth. Thanking ourselves for this practice, this wonderful core practice. Building that strong foundation today. So happy you were able to join me here on the mat. And let's go ahead and bring our hands into prayer position and bow our heads. Namaste. And until next time.